wouldn't be allowed to play with it.
No, not at all.
My name is Jason Tetlak, and I've wanted to be an artist ever since I was a little kid. I'm 41 years old now, and honestly, I can't tell if I am one or not. I mean, at what point are you allowed to call yourself an artist? Are you one just because you spend most of your time making things? Or do you have to make a living at actually selling art? I really have no idea. I don't know if anybody does.
Welcome back to First Coast Living. Folks, I'm out here in Space 42. It's in the King Street area next to Cork Art District. Space 42 is an artist kind of haven here, and what we're showing today is there's a show going on right now, Burn After Reading by Jason Tetlak. Jason, good to see you.
Nice to see you, man.
You may remember him from us introducing you to him when you painted a world record 3D mural. Since that, though, you've kind of gotten a lot of attention.
I have, yes.
How's it going?
Good. I got to go to Miami, do some stuff down at Art Basel,
Nice.
and now I've got this show hanging up here. There are cities where it's a lot easier, New York, LA, Miami, those kind of places. But if you're in a small town like Jacksonville, how do you find the 10 individuals who purchase art? How do you track them down exactly? And I don't know the answer. So at the end of the show, I'm going to burn some of these paintings.
And the only way they don't get burned is if people buy them.
The fear is that we're going to be burning all of the paintings tonight. So people will go outside, the fire performers will do like a 10 to 15 minute performance. So while they're performing,
We're going to do the manual labor.
we're going to go inside and do the manual labor of removing the paintings and bringing
And
them
then
out.
bringing them out to like the loading dock area.
And once they're done with their performance,
Okay.
they're going to light the bonfire in some way.
Somehow.
They're going to spit fire onto it or hit it with a fire.
I hope that works. Everybody.
And then it doesn't light. And so we'll pull tickets to get people to come up on stage. So then the person with the ticket either participates or they pick someone else to come up and participate. And then they, whoever it is,
They spin the wheel.
they spin this wheel.
If someone buys them, it stays. If it doesn't, on Saturday night, they're all going in the fire.
I have that sitting, on the shelf in my house. People are like, why do you have a jar of ash? It's like, is that from Pompeii or something? Oh no, this artist guy burned all of his shit. So I bought a jar of the ash. I didn't buy the painting, but after he was done burning it, I was like, I'll take a jar of that ash.
These are called red reveal.
Red reveal.
I've rigged the gallery so that as the lights turn red, all the hidden messages will pop out of the paintings.
So we don't have red lights, but we do have this fancy red filter. Jared, hit it. On the outside it says, I think this says something about our indifference.
Yes. And then when the red filter goes, a new message appears.
Number one concern, it's right now 10:30 the morning of the burn. The show's been up for a month. We haven't really sold anything. And
Sold one, right?
sold one painting, which I guess is better than zero. The biggest concern for me right now at this point is probably, are people gonna show up to this event? Like, oh, my 15 closest friends came and now I'm gonna burn all my paintings for them.
How do you paint that? How do you paint an underlying message under?
There's a lot of planning that goes in beforehand to make sure that this works so that when I'm done painting, it's not a waste of my time. But I do a lot of planning on the computer and testing things out and playing with different colors to see which ones will react to the red filter and which ones won't.
Dream scenario, half of the paintings sell and half of the paintings burn. I think people would be super disappointed if we didn't burn anything tonight, or it would come off as just a stunt. But I also would like to make some of my money back off of this. I'd probably have close to $3,000 just in material costs for paint and canvas and lighting and all the other crap that goes into putting on a show. Not to mention hundreds of hours of time invested in actually doing the paintings.
Where do you paint right now? Where's your studio?
I paint in my living room, so it gets kind of crowded in there. So one of the reasons why these paintings are burning is because I don't want to take them home. I don't have room for these things. So I'm looking for someone else that has a space to hang these up.
This is my closet full of art. These are from my show 8 years ago, I think it was. That was the last time I had a gallery show. Still in the closet. I'm tired of holding all of this stuff that no one wants to buy. In fact, I'm wondering if I should bring some of this stuff tonight.
And the show is done when?
The show closes on Saturday. We're doing a big reception from 6 to 9. Doors close at 8. At 9 o'clock, anything that isn't sold is going to go in the fire.
Oh boy. All right, well come check it out. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Beautiful work here. I love it. We got more coming up on First Coast Living. Make sure you come check this out.
Most people don't realize how much self-promotion and marketing is a part of being an artist. Like 75% of the work is not painting anything at all. Hey guys, today's the day. Burn After Reading tonight, Space 42 Gallery, make sure you're there. Anything that doesn't sell is going in the fire, so last chance to see it. Come out tonight. That was pretty lame.
That was super lame.
Everything that doesn't sell is going in the fire, so if you want to see the art, come out tonight, and I'll see you there. See you tonight, Space 42 Gallery. I don't know if that actually recorded because it popped up and said low battery. I didn't hit record, I hit take a photo, so it took a photo. All the art either sells or goes in the fire, it's up to you, so I'll see you there.
Cool.
Yeah, it only took us 45 minutes to come up with a 4-second video to post to Instagram. It's gonna be a long day. So this is a part of the Murray Hill mural project that I started, which is kind of a way to revitalize the neighborhood. We have like 16 or 17 murals in the neighborhood now. We brought in artists from New York to do one, and we have, I think, 10 artists who were first-time mural painters. So we're giving opportunities to local artists to do something they've never done before, and also helping the neighborhood out. The roof, the water comes off the roof right down the middle of where Mona Lisa's face is, so you can see that it's a lot more weathered right where Mona Lisa is. So I wish I would have known that. I could have just moved her like 2 feet to the side and the mural would look way better. This wall and 3 other walls in this neighborhood were tagged by someone who literally just walked by and sprayed a scribble mark down the side of the wall for no reason whatsoever. It's something that you sort of discover as part of the process of doing street art. Is like, it's not permanent. As an artist, you're working on a canvas, you kind of think like, I'm gonna make this painting and it's gonna just last forever. This is gonna be something that people will see 100 years from now. And in doing walls, it's kind of like, I hope this lasts a week without getting covered up by something else. It makes it a little bit easier to do the burning tonight because I've kind of come to grips with the fact that this painting isn't gonna last. And then I thought, okay, I could do like 20, 25 shirts for the show. If I sold all 25 shirts, then I would make like 150 bucks. Oh, if you had a extra large, I would have got it, but all you have is a medium, and then I'd be stuck with these damn shirts. So I just had the one prototype made and then stopped.
Wait, that's you?
Yeah.
On here, I don't know. It looks like some Russian dictator.
That was the look I was going for.
Yeah, nice.
I'll spend 300 bucks at a t-shirt can and just shoot it out in the crowd.
For one shirt. The life of an artist.
Yeah. Ideas are always better than the reality. And that, I mean, that's part of the reason why I want to do this anyways, because every art show is the same damn thing. You stand around, you like make small talk with people, and it literally takes you 4 minutes to walk through the space and see the paintings, decide instantaneously whether you like them or not.
Yeah.
And then like we're all just kind of milling around, like how long should I stay? This is my Guinness World Record, largest 3D painting in the world. In all, it took me from start to finish a year to go from idea to Guinness record. This mural was 50 hours of actual painting time. I had to rent a lift, had to pay, like, buy the supplies, like probably 6 gallons of paint. If we had 100 people there, I would say probably half of them were because of the work that I did here. Is this a success, this wall? I mean, I have a Guinness World Record, that's pretty damn cool. Today's the day of my show.
Yeah.
Flagler College just tweeted out a thing about my 3D mural that I did 6 months ago. When you're first starting out, when you're, in your teens or your early 20s, you just assume like if I do something awesome,
I'm gonna be super famous at it. Like, people are just gonna make me famous because of it. And then you slowly learn, like, oh, only 4 people knew that I made that awesome drawing.
In addition to getting ready for the show tonight, we also have family responsibilities to take care of. So we are gonna go take my daughter to a birthday party.
Dropping my daughter off at the birthday party, and she needs socks to go bowling, and she apparently left them in the car, but they're definitely not in the car. So now we're gonna go home, get the socks, and come back. Because it's not like I have anything else going on today. And social media really that wasn't something that was around when I was younger, so that's made it a lot easier. But it's also made it more competitive because now there are so many artists out there that you've got to fight through all that white noise. And it worked, obviously, because I was able to go to Miami. I've done some stuff went to West Virginia and did a mural. So it's working. It's just, it's a much, much slower process than you would ever imagine. Good news is she washes her hands when she's done using the bathroom. But she put the socks on the sink and then left the room without the socks.
Why didn't she just have them on her feet? That's typically where you put socks.
Apparently, wearing socks is too much work. It's much easier to drive all around the neighborhood. Yeah, 10 years ago when I was working on this, nobody was doing this stuff. I mean, that's kind of what I do, is I want to try the next thing. I'm going to do QR codes. I'm going to do augmented reality. I'm going to do red reveal. It's all stuff that no one else is really doing, but it's also stuff there's not really a market for. So,
and it's stuff that somebody else will get famous for 2 years from now.
Oh yeah, somebody else will really take the idea and run with it.
Would young you consider you now a success?
I'm not sure. That's a good question. I don't really make a living as an artist, so probably would be seen as not a success. But I mean, people pay me to paint the side of buildings now, so that's more than I was doing then. It's kind of the double-edged sword of an artist. You either like sell out and just paint crap you don't really want to paint because you know that people will buy it, or you paint stuff that you are interested in and you stack it in your closet and, you know, eventually just burn it in a fire. Dude, but like the Thoughts and Prayers one is fucking amazing. It's a good painting. And like the red reveal effect works so good that like you can read one message and then boom, another message pops out that you don't even see. And I don't want to burn it if I don't have to. This mural I was using to promote the show, and now I'm kind of using this burning show to promote the next step, which is to try to get into other cities.
Say that never happens.
Probably that's a good assumption to make. If you look at the list of things that I've done, like that's a long list of accomplishments. It's kind of hard to say that you're not successful when you also have to work a full-time job in order to pay for the supplies so you can make that stuff. It's hard to say that you are a success. So like it's a real push and pull, like it depends on the day.
So the gallery owners texted and asked if the fire performers have insurance. Like, I don't know if they have fucking insurance, but we talked about it like a month ago. You can't wait until the fucking day of the show because it's impossible to, like it's, what is it, 5 hours before the show opens. We can't get insurance now, so it doesn't really matter if they do or not.
I never really thought that it would be a big deal, to be honest. Like, painting the paintings, getting the idea out of your head, that's really the hard part. Like, that's, once it's out of my head, it's done. I don't really care what happens to it afterwards because I'm just making room in my head for the next thing that I'm working on. But now, it's a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be.
If I could get 2 or 3 more sold, then I would be totally comfortable the whole rest of the night.
My guess is 3 or 4 will go on the flyer.
Yeah.
Mathematically,
It's improbable.
It's improbable that all of them end up in the fire. We're gonna look at this and we're gonna be like, oh, my guess is 3 or 4. We're gonna look. 11 of them burned!
We are 2.5 hours out from the doors opening at 6, and come to the realization that this probably will not make or break my career in any way whatsoever. No matter what happens tonight, I'm still gonna be the same mediocre mid-level artist that I was yesterday. I am Jacksonville famous.
You're like Jacksonville B level famous. It's not like you don't play for the Jaguars, dude.
That is a good point. If I did, I would sell a lot more paintings. It's not even nerves about the show, because like I said, it's not going to make or break in any way, but it's kind of a culmination. We've been working on this idea of destroying the artwork for almost 10 years now. We were going to do it at one of my other shows and didn't work out, and so it's this culmination of a lot of planning and packing a lot of different ideas into this, and it'll just be interesting to see how it plays out. Welcome to my show. This is a large space, a large empty room. Just constructed a crude barrier with some cinder blocks to contain the fire. We'll probably do a little perimeter around that to keep people away from it, and yeah, hopefully this is where we're going to be burning some paintings, or I guess hopefully we won't have to burn paintings here because they will sell, but this is where we're going to burn paintings. Every gallery in New York has this exact same stuff. Like as soon as he did that, I said, son of a bitch, like I'm gonna get that comparison immediately. And sure enough, people will say like, oh, you're destroying it just like Banksy did. Actually, it's like the opposite of what he says, to be honest, because he's saying, if you try to monopolize or monetize my artwork, then I'm gonna shred it so that you can't do it. And I'm doing the opposite. I'm saying, fucking buy this stuff, because if you don't buy it, then I'm gonna burn it. And basically what you're telling me when you ask that is that you have no idea what I'm doing or what he did or why either one of us did it. So it's a little frustrating. It's a little, I mean, it speaks to the general knowledge people have about art. When we first came up with this idea 8 or 10 years ago, part of it was, I want to get rid of some of this stuff. It was kind of like cleansing some things. And it didn't happen with that show. But now it's not as much about getting rid of the subject matter or the idea that's in the painting. It's more a matter of, you know, I'm done, I've painted these things and I don't need them anymore. Like, if you have a connection with them and you have someplace you want to hang them up, that's awesome. That would be wonderful. It's either going to be amazing or a spectacular failure. We'll see in 20 minutes. Actually, I guess we won't really see until later tonight. The show opens in 20 minutes. We have a good 2.5 hours before I become a failure. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be good. We'll be alright. It's fine. It's fine. The lights in the gallery are all Wi-Fi enabled bulbs that I put in that I can control and turn red.
I was one of the first ones to actually see the pieces, and I hung the pieces, and I was shocked the first time I saw the room go red.
To be perfectly honest, I don't think Jason is prepared at all for this to be a success in any way. So I think that's the thing that's gonna freak him out the most, is if like enough people show up and his art actually sells, he's not gonna have any idea what to do. He was just planning on burning everything.
It says, there is only one happiness in this life, to love and be loved. But this one definitely gets the biggest reaction from people. And I love standing here controlling the light, waiting for people to read the message, and then right when they get finished reading the message, I turn it red and watch their reaction as they like get this image in their face that they weren't expecting.
Oh my
You're welcome.
God.
You're welcome.
Oh my.
I sneak this message into my art whenever I can. With this hieroglyphic, it says, if you translate it, it says, I am an art god.
It was the first time I went off, I was flabbergasted. I was crazy. So the two over here, there's the one with the Nazi soldier that didn't do the Nazi salute, caught me off guard. And of course, the Trump one I just love. I love everything about it. It makes it have this like moment of realization that every moment's fleeting, and just like these pieces, and that's crazy.
Oh, is that what you
It just looks like random gibberish, and then if you have the red filter, it says this is going to look sweet on Instagram, because that's what people do with art. They pose in front of it for selfies and put it up on Instagram and then forget about it. And that's kind of the statement I'm making with the show tonight, is that people like to look at art, they like to consume it for free and move on to the next thing that's cool. And I'm saying if you don't purchase the art, then the art's going to go away.
We just sold one piece. We had one piece that is sold before the show opened tonight, and then we have one piece that just sold right now. So I'm super psyched. We don't have to burn all of them.
Make sure you get a ticket.
A lot of people have asked me, why are you burning it? My wife won't let me take any of it home with me. So it's all got to go tonight, one way or the other.
Stop blaming it on me!
It's sort of a statement about the consumption of art and how people like to come and see art and not actually purchase art, take it home with them and live with it. So I'm sort of forcing you to say, you're either going to take it home with you or we're going to just get rid of it.
This is how you can save the paintings, all right? If we are about to burn it, and Jason has it right here next to the flames, and you just can't bear this particular piece going into the fire, you can say, sold! But you buy it for what it was listed in their ass. Or it's going in. But without further ado, Jason. That's a flamethrower, by the way.
There's a piece that says here for the free wine, and I don't really care for the piece at all. That happens sometimes, you know? You finish a piece and you're like, that sucked. That didn't come out the way I hoped it would. That would be the first one to go in the fire.
Good, let's get started. It's taking too long.
Auction!
220!
220! We have 220. We have a genuine bidding war. 27, 28, 29! 200 going once. Going twice. Sold to the gentleman.
Sold! She can call heads or tails. If she gets it right, she takes it home. If she doesn't,
It goes to the fire. It is tails!
the most popular piece in the collection. Just remember, no one will see the penis unless you tell them it's there.
What's going on, 825?
825. Are you serious?
That's his dad!
825. Go spin it.
Go spin it.
Spin the wheel, damn it.
That's your tails!
Damn.
It is tails!
Thank God!
You get to take home a penis for yourself!
You're all indentured servants is the message that you can read, and then in the reveal it says illusions of freedom.
Buy it or burn it! coming into the fire! Look at it go!
Anybody want it now? This is on you, people.
Half price! That would be $750.
Auction!
That's not how it works! It's all on you, flames and crows! This man right here saved it for $750.
And so what moved you to buy the painting that was literally about to go in the fire? I was carrying it to the fire.
My girlfriend really liked it, and I said, "How much do you want it?" She's like, "I kind of do," and I'm like,
I would say it's a success, sure. Why? We didn't burn all of the paintings. People got to go home with some art.
This was brilliant. I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved his work.
Oh, to show how you did everything was awesome because we thought you were just going to burn everything. And it's going to be the end of it.
I've never heard so many people screaming about people not wanting to burn something.
This whole interactive experience.
Exactly. It made it even more fun.
Yes. I started my baby cousin on his art collecting journey. This is his first piece of fine art that he owns.
Your first piece of art.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out. No doubt. I think it was awesome. I think it was exactly what we wanted. A big event, people engaged. We didn't burn everything. That's perfect. I think this is legit an awesome piece right here.
You know, for us here, the satisfaction of the artist kind of determines if the show was a success or not. And I think Jason was happy. I think the show went really well. I think the response was awesome. It was one of those nights where things were too perfect, it almost looked rigged. Like the one with the money. You know, that guy sat and looked at that piece for, you know, a long time in the gallery and kept going back to it. So for him to be united with that piece in the end was something, you know, something that he couldn't afford, but he deserved to have.
I literally have lost money making art every year of my adult life. Why do I still do it? It doesn't make any sense. But once in a while someone goes, "That's fucking awesome." You're like, "All right, I'll make another one."
That's the show. That's the show. That's it.